on the Road, stage 8. It's Monday, and somewhere out in that Saudi desert, Alex and Stefan are running about a 400-kilometer stage. The length of this still astounds me. And we're taking the opportunity to talk a little bit about what it's been like for us in the assistance vehicle. We're following around the route. We're not on the race course. We're on Saudi streets. And so far, let's say I was king. First two things I would do. One, I would start a trash detail everywhere because there is trash everywhere. It's unbelievable. You can go a couple miles out into that desert and you'll find plastic bottles. We have. And the other thing I would do is institute driver training, especially in the cities. Well, traffic's heavier. Oh my gosh, it's insane. They get in my personal space all the time. I mean, it feels like inches on your tail, on the side, passing between lanes. The dividing or the lane stripes are nothing but mere suggestions. It's pretty wild. It's frightening, frankly. Other things we've seen is the beautiful scenery, different landscapes, from utterly flat, featureless, no plant life at all, to the lone trees that we see in the distance, or maybe following a wadi. Camels, of course. Been fun seeing camels because you know you're somewhere very exotic. And I keep wondering, what do they eat? They're out in this desert. There are plants. And there are mountainous areas, and the variety has been really enjoyable and lots of fun. It's a long distance adventure. We've already driven this Toyota Land Cruiser about 4,000 kilometers just to get to the start and finish area of Alex's special stages and the bivouacs. And sleeping in tents at night with the whole bivouac life. It is quite an adventure, and the whole thing makes me want to drive it. I want to drive the desert race. I want to drive the Dakar. Gas stations seem to go out of business regularly here in Saudi Arabia, which is funny because they have so much oil. But we see them everywhere. Dead gas stations, and guess what? Even most of the ones that are open, it's really hard to tell. We'll go by and think, is that open or closed? Alive or dead? The other thing is construction projects, just like that. Everywhere, from the big city to the smallest town to the middle of nowhere out in the desert, we see uncompleted buildings that look like they have been untouched for years. And it's as if people decide to build a building. They get going, start putting up the frame, stairs, and then something goes wrong with financing or planning, and they stop, and it just sits there. We go through parts of cities and towns that look like they're post-apocalypse, like there's been some sort of horrible virus that came through and killed everybody 10 years ago. And the houses we do see, even the nice ones, are walled. They almost always have a wall around them, like a compound. And pretty much everywhere we've been, the Saudi people, the locals that live here, have been so kind and generous with us and supportive. We get a lot of thumbs ups. That works in this country. At least I think it does. And attaboys, they like the rally. Many, at least the fans of the rally do, and there are many here in Saudi Arabia. We got help getting out of the sand. I mean, those guys worked hard at helping to dig us out. We even let them drive because they know the sand. And also have been generous with hospitality. And when I'm in the grocery store and I don't know what I'm looking at, just really kind. I mean, I feel like some of the people I've met have gone a little above and beyond to be extra nice to me because I'm from another country and because I'm from the USA. So there you have just a snapshot of what life on the road is like for Seth and I chasing the Dakar rally. And we're going to get a report from Alex tonight. We're still wishing him the best, that he has another clean run because he moved up a lot yesterday. clean run, no navigation issues, mechanically strong. We have not heard a report from him yet today. So we're wishing for the best, and we'll talk to Alex tonight.
My day was excellent, thank you. I was a little bit afraid this morning when I knew that it was probably the most difficult stage. Today, with a lot of dunes, ranging from L1 to L3 in size, and but everything went perfectly okay. We didn't get stuck anytime. And when I arrive in some dunes, I can see 5 or 6 cars, a truck on the side, everything. But we went through. One time we had to back up a little bit and start again, but otherwise it was all good. And we finished during the daylight, so it was really good. Because to finish a stage when it's dark, it's not funny. I have absolutely no issue with the car. I lost a piece of bodywork because in the dust I didn't see a tree, so we just went a little bit through a tree, and then I heard some noises, clack, 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 clack. I stopped. I asked Stefan to do a tour of the car, but he was looking underneath the car. and then we continue, and then all of a sudden I heard a whoosh, and the piece of bodywork was gone. But so no problem. The worst thing about today, I think, was the dust, because still a lot of dust, and sometimes when the wind, depending on in which direction we go, we are against the wind, so we get all the dust. And then when we turn left or right, then it's much better. But still, because you cannot be on the exact track, you need to be on the side of the track, so it's always a little bit more dangerous. But that's the worst problem we had today, and I didn't like. And what I liked is the dunes. I like the dunes. Yeah. Well, sometimes you have to go up and down the dunes, but sometimes you can go from one dune to the other one by the summit of the dunes. And that's what I call surfing, because you take one side of one summit, then you take the other one of the next dune on the other side, and up and so on. And it's like surfing a wave, basically. You surf like this from one dune to the other one. I'm a little bit afraid of tomorrow, because tomorrow is the 9th stage, and this is when I retired last year because of rolling the car. So I hope that, but on tomorrow it will be a short stage. I think only 300 or 200 and something kilometers, so it will be short. So I hope that we could make it safely back to the bivouac.